The Last Shot Show. My name is Matt Brown. This is John Lambert, and we're going to talk about sports because we can and we're bored. Football is now over. We've beaten everything to death when it comes to football. The national championship for college basketball doesn't start for another few weeks. And we don't really care about the professional basketball, the NBA right now.
Not interesting until Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, it won't be interesting at all. We already have destroyed the Lakers, and we don't really care about anything else.
You mentioned LeBron and Michael. I mean, that argument's been beaten
to death.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a relatively slow week in sports. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna just talk to you, America, as we normally do, and just things that we've seen that have happened this week. We're going to just post some ideas, our thoughts on different things. We might disagree, we might agree. We've got 10 minutes on the clock as usual.
No preparation.
Normally we kind of prep. We actually do prepare for this show. Just this week we just haven't cared. But, so, John, any thoughts on any thoughts this week? I mean, the big thing for me that I've seen this week was the whole the Olympian from South Africa who was convicted of murder, and I think that's a big heinous crime. I'm not condoning anything that he did or may or may not have done.
Alleged.
It's alleged, and you know what? He's out on bail apparently.
He wasn't supposed to get bail because of the conviction.
Because of the conviction, but he's out on bail, and now Then again, like you see this all the time when it comes to sports. You see sports athletes get in trouble because of like off the field of play thing. And I know you don't like Ray Lewis because of the thing that he may have allegedly done.
Who knows if he murdered a guy or not? I think he had a role in it.
When it comes to crime, that's what I'm thinking of. And you know what? I think that that there's an epidemic. In my opinion, there's an epidemic when it comes to sports figures that they get so hyped up in themselves, or they might have some level of wanting to be in the spotlight, that they do stupid things, and you know they have people looking at them, and people are like. Kids might be looking up to them or thinking that they're the best thing since sliced bread, but there's something wrong with that. And the thing that I have in mind with that is that sometimes they get off like nothing happened. And maybe this is sounding like I should do this
other than Ray Lewis, what other examples do you have?
Plaxico Burress?
Oh. Well, I think he got charged heavily. He got overcharged for what he did.
Really?
Because he shot himself in the foot. So
the sheer laughability factor of him shooting himself in the foot is punishment enough for.
One of them I can think of going back over a decade now is when Randy Moss ran over a meter maid. That's right.
When he ran over a meter maid. That's right.
Yeah, he got nothing for that.
It's like slap him nice.
Yeah.
I think that some sports figures get off way easy and get off like there's nothing like you helped us do this kind of like you were a performer, you helped my team out, and it kind of happens with most celebrities. And I'm gonna slightly move away from the sports realm for a second to talk about something that just came up to mind, because I think one of the best entertainers ever is Michael Jackson. Yet a lot of people give him a pass with the whole children in the bed thing.
Whether he did that or not, the guy was a loon.
Yeah, he was crazy.
Yeah.
I'm not going to deny that he was crazy.
The love for him because the guy was a loon.
I'm not going to deny that he was crazy or anything, but people gave him a pass
because of his celebrity.
Because of his celebrity, and you know what? That is so true in the world of sports.
Well, let me counter what you're saying. Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Is the epidemic what you're saying? Or is the epidemic that us, as the non-athletes watching this on television, always assume guilt for athletes?
I don't always assume guilt, but if like if the glove
Everyone
fits,
gets accused.
if the glove fits, like I don't care. This goes with sports too, because O.J. Simpson was a football player.
Yeah.
I still think O.J. did it.
Well, everyone
I
does.
still think O.J. Why would you write a book if I didn't do it, but if I did, this is how I do it. O.J. did it. I don't care. O.J. killed that white woman.
Let's get back. Let's take it from crimes back to sports.
Okay,
like, steroids.
Steroids.
Everyone who gets accused of steroids, we automatically assume they did it.
I don't think that everyone
Roger
who did
Clemens has never been proven, and as a culture, we've assumed he did it.
I don't think he did it.
You really don't think?
I don't think Roger Clemens did it.
You're in a very big minority on that one.
I feel that Roger Clemens, his performance and the way how he's progressed over time does not line up with the fact that he did steroids. I don't think that he did. I don't think that he did it. I want to give him the benefit of the doubt there. Barry Bonds, I think he did it.
Well, his head's the size of a watermelon.
I mean, if you look at him when he played in Pittsburgh, and then you look at him now, I mean, look at him. It's like his head inflated to the size of a small country. He had to have done it.
Yeah, but
there's something wrong.
There is kind of gray area proof with Barry Bonds, but there's none with Roger Clemens. There's been none with Ryan Braun. There's been all these athletes go in, like, we just assume, as soon as we hear steroid allegation, the Mitchell report and all that stuff from December of 2007, I mean, we just all the names are on it, we just immediately assume guilt.
And we want to think that because of someone excelling in something, someone is excelling at a sport, that it's like a witch hunt.
Or is it dumb jock syndrome?
What do you mean?
Like we look at these athletes and what they're accused of, and we don't take them as intelligent or actually as people. We just take them for what they are as athletes, and not make the separation from person and athlete, which is what I try to do when I follow athletes. I don't follow people off of the field.
Like you take them
when you follow
when you take like their personal lives into account of the
like nobody thinks probably Mike Tyson is a very intelligent man, but I'm sure if you sat down with him, he's probably really smart.
I bet.
But he's been accused of a bunch of different things and went to prison too. So
yeah.
It's so easy just to label.
I think it's when you're in the media high, like you're a high media person, you're up there in the spotlight, that you're held to a certain level of, okay, you need to be performing at this level, you need to have this level of decorum, you need to have this level of whatever, so that others won't, so that your integrity, that everything else will not come into question, that you will be just okay.
But in the TMZ culture we live in, it's impossible to keep the skeletons in the closet, no matter what they are. Even I can guarantee in the next 2 years that, and this is a shame that this will happen, but I know it's going to happen, that they want to find something wrong with Tim Tebow. And they will.
And they will.
But every Christian has their flaws. But yet people will look at him as the model for athlete Christianity, and he'll probably do something stupid or find something stupid from his past and immediately blame Christianity.
Right. And I think...
Because he's perfect and we want to bring him down a notch. Not us, but the TMZ culture.
The TMZ... And what we mean by the TMZ culture is that we live in like this pulp fiction, pop culture. It's another good movie with Samuel L. Jackson.
McClane!
We live in this community of, we're looking at their lives, and it's like they're a movie to us, and it helps us escape from our own.
They're not intentional celebrities.
They're not.
They're just athletes.
They're getting paid to play a game they like.
Yeah, they are. And yet they're put in the spotlight for their outside lives. That's where I draw the line. I feel it's uncomfortable. I don't care what my favorite players do off of the field. I have respect for them for their athletic greatness and competitiveness.
I disagree with you there for this reason. It's like, I do understand that they have their own personal lives, and I understand
it's none of our business.
Okay, that their innermost personal lives, yes, they're our business. But once there are some sports figures and celebrities and whatever, who choose to put their life out there on a platter.
But I don't
for us
follow
to see.
that life.
Like For like
I choose to remain ignorant to that.
when Chad Johnson had his own reality series, when Terrell Owens had his own reality series, and his whole life was out there for us to see. They chose for us to enter that life.
Well,
and if they expect us not to look at that and say anything about it,
I don't think they expect us not to do that. Mm-hmm. But my choice in this is that I'm not going to watch a reality show with athletes.
All right.
I just think that their personal life, their celebrityness, I don't care. I just care what they do when they're playing at their craft.
I care about what they do when they're playing at the craft, but also there's like it's like a superhero type of mentality for me as a kid.
They have secret identities for a reason.
That's true, but like you want as soon as you see your favorite person fall from grace.
I mean, Junior Seau, my all-time favorite athlete. Have I lost any respect for what he did on the field? No. That's why I like it.
That's why I don't lose any respect for Donovan. No, Michael Vick for what he does on the street. I didn't have much to begin with, but I haven't lost. Dang it! I haven't lost any respect for him. But here, my thing on that is, I haven't lost any respect for Donovan Michael Vick. But when it comes to his playing ability, but his question of ethics, it's always going to be etched in the back of our mind. It's something that we as people cannot detach. Mm-hmm. We cannot detach from
I love dogs just as much as the next guy, but still. I mean, he got arrested, he went to jail, but still, that's none of my business. Like, even, I know the clock ended, but there's still more to say here.
Yeah.
Like, here's the biggest example. It's not sports. This isn't sports related, celebrity related. Bill Clinton. He cheated on his wife. Are we supposed to know that? Are we supposed to try to impeach a president for his personal conduct?
He's the president of the United States. But he is supposed to hold himself to a level of integrity, a level of things that we voted for. Mm-hmm. And I'm a Bush supporter. Mm-hmm. I mean, not a Bush supporter. I like Clinton.
Yeah. Even
though I was like 10, but I like Clinton. He was supposed to be held to a level of integrity that we as a people voted for. Like, we liked his morals, we liked something about him, and we voted for that view. And once that view changed, that's when we as a people, it's like a cause and effect. It's like for every action, Newton's law of motion. For every action,
what I'm saying is that what happens with him and an intern or his wife is none of my concern. He kept a good presidency and made good presidential decisions that were visible to us.
Right.
He kept being a good president. Does the fact that his personal life is messed up mean we should impeach a person? In my opinion, no, because it's none of my business that happened.
So what do you guys think, America? We went a little bit over times, but
I didn't expect that discussion to go like
we
that.
We didn't expect this discussion to even happen. So what do you think about anything that we talked about this episode, guys? Just leave a comment below. What do you think? Tell us. What do you think should happen?
Is the personal this one again next week?
We probably could. Does the personal life of an athlete matter to a fan? Just let us know. Comment. Do that thing that you do. Comment, like us, favorite us, send us to your friends, send us to your enemies. We want
more than 8 views.
We want more than 8 views. We only had like 14 views.
If we have 5 or under, there's no reason to really do this next week.
No.
Except for fun.
Yeah, we do this because we can and we're bored.
Yeah.
So after this video, we're gonna have leftovers. We might still talk about this. We might not. We might go in a completely different direction. But coming up next is leftovers. But we'll see you next time, America. Later.